Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Building the Ultimate Garage. Hey, I just got done editing it and it looks like we're going to be prepping for the garage doors, putting in some grates or the rest of the grates, and putting in water manifolds and the hose bibs. I also have a busted water line for the house. Anyway, watch, you'll see. Stick with me. Welcome to my life. All right, so it went from a rainy day yesterday to a freezing wintry day today. I think it's supposed to even snow. I don't know. It's just crazy, right? So today, I guess I'm going to work in here, even though it is still cold. I do have a mess going with this truck, but I really don't want to do anything else to the truck until I get it outside and power wash it down and paint it all up. I've been looking at rear disc brake kits. I keep looking at them. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I need to figure out what lug, what Dana rear end I have. I need to do that first this morning, but and then I'll figure that out. But it's just too cold for me to push it outside and wash it all down and all that today anyway. So that puts me back to these garage doors. The garage door here, I want to use the 2x6 and make a frame and put the garage door attaching point for the motor at the top there. But I don't want to do that until they're coming, because these are the 2x6s I want to use. And I really don't want to buy a bunch of 2x6s that I don't need. So there you go. So that one's there. But I need a short one here, and I think I have a short one. So I think I'm going to work on this, put that one in, try to figure out what I'm going to do at the top there to make it even, and get that ready. Probably put the box in, electrical in, and have this one ready for a garage door. And then I can do the same thing on these. We put the board sideways up here on this one. I'll look at that. I don't know if that's exactly what I want to do on these or not, but I will look at it and figure that out and go from there. I don't know that I really like that well. All right, well, I probably didn't get a very good video. I've got the spring or the tensioner bars and spring holder mounts put in on both those. So those are good to go. They are ready. It's ready for them to put those in there. I didn't think it would take long, but then I got that one approximately ready. I should be able to get ready for them really fast once they decide to come here. I still probably need to figure something out for the center tensioner on this one and that one, whether it just be running 2x6 straight up and down. might be the answer. I don't know. So we got to figure that out still, but not a big deal, I don't think. I don't think it's a big deal at all on that one. So, yeah, those boards I don't have. Actually, I have one. It might work for that one. I'll measure that out and see if I can't get that one done, so I have one completely done for them. If I go a 2x6 there, and then just let them mount right into at the top. I really like to do a couple, but side by side or something, but or even flat one with something behind it, but it would stick too far out that way. So I don't know. I don't know. Well, it's been a pretty good day today. I went up and cleaned my parents' carpets, and then we had breakfast, and then I went to Lowe's and got grass seed, so I got grass seed down. Paul, my farm buddy, he got me some hay, and we actually used hay instead of straw. He thought the straw would blow away, as windy as it is down here, and as windy as it is right now. But I got the seed down, got the hay down all the way around the building, so that's good. We're supposed to get snow 3 to 6 inches, which is crazy because I'm out here in a light jacket tomorrow. So the weather's just been up, down, up, down, up, down. So anyway, so I got that done. So now I'm gonna get back in here in the building and get ready for those garage doors, motors, well, the garage doors. But I was working on that motor mount, and I talked to Bruce, my garage door guy, and I'm going to put another 2x6 a little lower, and then I'm going to put a piece of plywood over that. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And then I think I'll have it prepped so I can just do this side. Once they let me know they're coming, again, I'll pull all the wood off this. I'll use that wood to build this the centerpiece for the spring, and the centerpiece for the spring, and then of course the place for the motor on this door. So I'd like to have, that door's done, that door's ready, and I want this door to be ready except for the spring thing. So as soon as they tell me that night, I can get that done and that piece in, and then that piece in as well. So that's the plan. Let me get on it. All right, so challenging day. So it looks like we have a water leak. We found out from our water company, and then I shut the house off, and it's barely creaking, but it's creaking. And then I shut the meter off up there, and it stopped, of course. So it's definitely outside the house. And the only thing I can think of is just the T where I split it off. I used a shark bite. Maybe that was the wrong choice, but it's the only thing I could find because of the odd size main water line. So looks like that's tomorrow's project, just dig that up. Hopefully we can fix it. Booger. That's all I can say is booger. And of course Saturday it's supposed to get like 17 degrees. So yeah. Weather humidity is still pretty high, but the weather is definitely nicer this afternoon. It rained this morning. But I'm going to go ahead and start cutting some more of these grates to get them in the drain over there. So hopefully I can knock some of this out so I can start covering all that up so I can use it. No word on doors yet today, so hoping they call quickly. So yeah, so let me get busy on this, try to knock this out. This was gonna be tomorrow's project, but it looks like it's gonna be today's, and then tomorrow's project's gonna be digging out that main water line again and figuring out what's going on. If it's not at that T, I'm really at a loss. I mean, it could be anywhere. So all right, let me get busy. All right, so I got the last full sheet in. Looks really good. I need to, well, I'll have to cut another one. And then I'll just set it on there, and then I'll kind of draw that line on it, and then I'll cut that. I'll weld that all together eventually. My plan is to weld every two of these together, you know. So that's kind of the plan. Yeah, that's kind of the plan, is just every couple of them weld them together. And then, of course, I'll need to paint all the ends and all that stuff. That's a whole nother day's project. But right now, let's just get another piece cut, and I'll set it on here, and then I'll cut that line, or I'll mark that line, and then we'll make that piece. My back's killing me from bending over and cutting these things. We're almost done. I'm actually enjoying it. It's just painful. Enjoy the pain. Look at that flood, man. It's flooded again this year. I mean, we just had so much rain. All right, let's take this piece over and line it out. And then we'll cut it. All right, let's turn that around first, get so it's lined up with that one. And I'll just mark this. Pew, pew, pew. And we'll cut it. That's what I'm thinking anyway. And then I'll just weld that on there. From there. It's pretty dang good. It's sitting on this concrete on this side here, so I need to chip this out a little bit. You can see where it's a little higher than it should be anyway, but I think that'll work. I mean, that actually when I pull it tight, that's all right. Cut a little more off this and a little off that, I think, and it'll fit. Let me do that real quick. All right, I think that's gonna be a lot better once I knock this piece down, because it's on level right there. But I think when I knock that down, it'll fit in there just right. And I'll just weld her up against there, and she'll be good. She will be good. All right, so we got the last piece in there. She looks really good. All the way down. I will come back and I'll weld 2 or 3, I'm not sure, together, just on the corners on each side, just to keep them in there. I think those are going to be too light. I think when something hits it, it's going to shove them. I think if they're tacked together, they'll hold in the holes better, but we'll see. Definitely got to tack this corner up. I mean, it's not going to stay in there. It's just a little guy, and I need to clean out underneath it to make it sit flat, because it's a little rough right there. But other than that, it looks really good. All right, well, that's all I'm going to do for today. My back is killing me. I got the water line to do tomorrow because we got a water leak, I guess, evidently. We noticed the water bill up high. I went and shut the house off, and it's still moving. I mean, barely moving, but significant enough it adds up over time. So I'm going to have to, the only thing it could be is that T, or where it enters the house. Neither of which I know why it would all of a sudden start leaking, but I have less faith in that T than I do the house that hasn't leaked in 100 years. So I'm gonna have to check that out, figure out what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll dig that tomorrow. That's tomorrow's project. Hopefully we can fix it. All right, well, that's it for me tonight. The 2 doors are in. I think I probably said that 100 times. Not a bad day. Got grass seed down, got some straw, or not straw, got some hay down. Let's see, what else do we do today? Yeah, we put this plywood up in there, another joist and plywood, so that's ready to go for the garage door mechanism for this one. I'll have to do the same thing over there, but I won't do that until they tell me they're coming, because I'm going to use this wood to make that happen. So I think that's going to be about it for now. I am tired. I'm going inside. I don't know. I don't know if I videoed this, but I took the engine out of the old Skag. It blew up last year. Thought about rebuilding it, but I think I'm just going to order a new motor. Yeah, it's done its time. It has quite a few hours. Still not able to get that pulley off the bottom. I'm going to have to keep working at that. But other than that, I just need to get my bearing, I don't know what you call it, bearing puller, whatever you call that thing. I got to get that out and get that done. If you've been watching another episode, watch out for this episode. It'll be a while out. Put a replaced fuel pump, map sensor on the truck. Map sensor I just did. I actually didn't video that, but it's 2 screws and you put it in. But it definitely made it run like a top. That's happened to me on several occasions on this truck, but I won't go into it on this show. I'll go into it on the one about the truck. Yeah, man, I am so disorganized. It's a junk mess here. I'm sorry. Whatever. Well, it is an absolutely beautiful day, and it's a good thing because I'm a little frustrated. Thank goodness for the day. Got the water bill yesterday, and it was crazy. And I guess we have a leak, and we went back in history, and I guess we've had a leak for a couple months. So me thinking about the cement trucks that went across the field, thinking it probably pulled the line off the T. So I started digging for it, and I caught the dang line and ripped it out from the excavator, and it's leaking. It wasn't, so everything was dry down there. So stupid. So I thought, well, maybe it was leaking, and maybe, you know, whatever, but it wasn't leaking. I know that because I found the leak. And I don't know if you can see my excavator way over there, but we'll be there in just a second. All right, so the leak was actually right there. There's a brass fitting where the copper line goes to the plastic line. I got a paper towel around right now, just doing the paper towel test to see if it leaks at all while I'm gone. It was really gushing, so that's where our water was going. And of course, that one I created. Awesome. Of course, it's hard to get 1 1/4. It's an industrial line. I have no idea why, because it comes out of the meter 3/4 inch. And then the builder put 1 1/4 from there to the house, and it goes back down to 1 inch line, and then down to 1 3/4 inside, or to 3/4 inside the house. So why they went up to 1 3/4, I have no idea. No idea. Anyway, or 1 1/4, sorry. And 1 1/4 is extremely hard to get. 1 1/2 you can get, 1 inch you can get all day long, but 1 1/4 you just can't get. So I had to order it off the internet, and it won't be here till Monday. Lowe's is even out of stock. Home Depot's out of stock. So, but we'll get it. And yeah. All right, let me answer this. All right, I don't even know where I left off, but I'm out here at Paul's farm, which is really close to my house. Horses are all sleeping. They just got up when I pulled up. But yeah, this is where I'm getting hay from. Just gonna get a couple bales put on top of the water lines. He said grab them from the right by the office, and I guess that's the office, so this is where I'm getting them from. Look, there's some there, and there's some here. Wow. I guess I'll take it from right here. All right. Well, I'm not gonna, well, I guess I'll try. Ooh, this is, I was missing that thing. I don't want it to fall apart like that. I tell you, Paul's a good friend to have. He gives more than he takes, that's for sure, and I try to keep up with him. But good man. back here at the house. I'm gonna check this paper towel. Oh, yeah, all right, that's good. So she is not leaking anymore, which is great. We are now going to cover her back in. And definitely gonna use the machine for that because my back is definitely killing me. But that's good. So leak fixed. Now I just gotta get the parts to fix the leak I created. But we got the hay bales in there on top of those pipes that are nice and protected for this cold weather that's coming in tonight. It's so hard to believe right now. It's so nice that it's gonna be like terrible here soon. But I'm definitely using the machine to put this all back together because my back is screaming. So with that, I'm gonna get to work. All right. Woo, I'm worn out. All right, well, I got the hole covered in by the house and the hay on the water lines. I've got the beast in here for the big snow that's supposed to happen here starting at 7 o'clock, I guess. But I'll be honest with you, my back is shot. I'm going to go in here and sit on my butt. See you. All right, YouTube. Well, we definitely got that snowstorm they were talking about, which is crazy. It was 70-something degrees yesterday, and now it is freezing, and there's snow everywhere. So, yeah, fly the drone around a little bit, and that's about all I'm going to do today. It's cold. All right. Good morning, everybody. Hey, today I plan to work on the water lines, but first let me give you an update on these doors. Hey, so Bruce texted me. I've been texting him, but he responded back to me. He's probably getting tired of me now. But the doors will be going in the end of next week. So I don't know if that's both big doors or the big doors and small doors. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that's exciting news. The second exciting thing is spring is upon us. I know you see snow there. That was a weird deal. It is cooler today. It's not quite warm enough to do the boat yet, but I'm hoping that in the next couple weeks we start getting in the higher 60s so I can start working on the fiberglass again. But today I thought, well, I'll work on these water lines. You know, I have the water lines spigots around, and I think temporarily I'm just going to put a spigot on the end of those and then run my hoses off them because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do here. My original goal was to leave them high because I can't stand bending over and trying to put a hose on down there just because of my back. So my plan was to put them high, you know, but then I don't know. You know, I also thought about putting a 2x6 sideways right here and then mounting this spigot into that and then running that out into the brick out there, higher than normal, but not super low either. So I'm not sure. If I put it high over there, then I'm going above this ledge, which I guess is no real big deal. But I'll have to off center because my gunner's in center. So I'm thinking about putting this one here. You know, I could have the spigot up here but the hose would come up off this ledge. You know, so I'd have to actually go a little higher so that hose has room to go around. I do like the idea of it being up here. But I also think maybe I should mount it below the ridge, which would be right about here, which isn't terrible. And then that way the hose could just hang or whatever. I don't really plan on leaving hoses hanging out on the front of this. On the back though, they probably will be there all the time. But I think I'm gonna leave it inside the building, right inside the door here. My thought is put a pressure washer right there, and then you just run outside with the pressure washer hose, and the pressure washer just sits right here all the time. I'm not sure that's what I'll do. But that's what I'm thinking, is just make this set up so the pressure washer's there. Again, on this side, I don't mind it being here. I'll probably have to put a box in, you know, a 2x6 in this way to mount my spigot on. And I was just thinking, since I'm doing it on this side, I'd put one right on that side. That side though, I'd rather run it down here and put it up closer to the door because it'll be muddy on the thing there. And again, I'm not even sure I need them outside, to be honest with you. I'm not really a grass sprinkler or anything like that. The only advantage would be that I wouldn't have to open the door to run the hose out and spray everything off. The advantage to it was that, you know, in the winter you wouldn't have a spigot outside, nor could anybody else pull up and just start using your spigot. Not that that would happen here, but anyway, you could avoid that. You could also just put a shut off inside for that line before the deal anyway. I don't know. So I don't really know. But for now, I could probably just cut them off and put the hose mounts on the top of them. They're sharp bites, so you can pop them in and pop them off. But then I need to do this manifold over here. You know, this is one of those things where you guys said, hey, don't move too much stuff in your garage because you'll start moving around it. Of course, I got the big brakes in here, so I have to work around it. But I can just move it out a little more here before I start. But my goal here then is to make a manifold. With these, each of these three are the lines for the hoses, and then this is the main line coming in. So I'll pop this off. I just put this insulation on there for the winter, but I'll probably put a board back in here, a piece of plywood, and then mount these to it. But shut off, shut off, shut off, and then the main line, and then probably a shut off because eventually this needs to go out and then go to the water tank, the hot water tank, or go on to whatever else. So I'll probably just make it so I can cap it. But again, sharp bite stuff, you can pop it on, pop it off. You know, I don't think you want to do it 1,000 times, but a few times ain't gonna hurt none. There's also a main shut off down inside here that I covered up. So I'll pull that off and turn it back on when I'm done. But I like the idea of this thing being foamed in. It just kept it from freezing. You know, I didn't want to bust a water line in here. So that's kind of my thought, is just to kind of come in and then put a piece of wood here and then do your manifold. Just make a manifold right there for now. Of course, again, coming back later, gonna have to put some more water lines in. But this will do the job for now. So I'll put an elbow probably here where I would put a T later and then run the rest of the water off that T and just come across, hit these up, corner, T, corner, with shut-offs under each one of them. And that's my thought. So yeah, so let me get measuring. I'll cut out a piece of plywood to get in here, and then we'll go from there. Man, I hate these cheap horses. I don't know why I keep using them, but I do. I just keep using them. I actually have a good set. I just started using it. Yeah, I can go out. right, so that came out pretty decent. Sorry for my 32,000 takes on it. I just wanted to get it straight. I still could make this one just a little bit bigger and push it back a little bit, but it looks pretty good. I don't want to keep doing that to those fittings. So yeah, they're locked in nice and good. So there's my 3 manifolds. Barely enough room in there to turn them off, but there is enough room to turn them off. Thank goodness those handles kind of lock over each other. Man, those are tough. But there you go, the 3 handles. I just used some, I don't know what that stuff's called, the little strap tape there to hold those things in position. Just so they wouldn't, you know, just trying to kind of keep it straight, because man, everything's so curved, it's hard to find a starting place to work off of. But I think it came out nice. That'll work for what I need it to do. My 3 water lines, my main. Eventually, of course, I'll have to pop this off, put a T in there, and then go out from my main water into the bathroom and the hot water tank and all that stuff. But that's a long way from now. For right now, I just wanted to get some hoses in so I can start washing vehicles. So I need to do the same thing over here. I just need to go along and put hose valves on the end of these. I'm not sure if I'm going to do something fancy right this second or not. Maybe put a 2x6 sideways in there, cut it, and then just put a hole through it and put a corner piece and then an outlet or what for now. Like this one's way too close to the center. Probably just need to cut this back there and then push it back to the center here and bring it in. So that went pretty well. I got that board in there. I do have the wrong shark bite faucet for this one, so I will pick that up. I'm actually heading to town anyway, so I try to do everything all at once, but I have to pick up the actual piece of pipe that I bought yesterday to fix the main. I need about 16 inches of pipe, and they only sold it in 20-foot lengths, but I was in my wife's car, so I just told them to cut it off, and I'd come back and pick up the rest of that pipe tomorrow, which is now today. So I've got to do that anyway, so I'll go by and get the shark bite faucet from Lowe's, and that'll finish off that last one. I can turn the water on. You know, but this is by no means the end of this project. I don't know if I'm going to put faucets outside or not, but I probably at some point will. I just don't want to make it to where I have to heat the building all the time, you know. I know most of the time the building is warm enough, it's not going to freeze up, but the way I have it now, keep it simple. I don't know. You know, eventually I'm going to have water in the bathroom, but the office I plan to heat and cool. I'll keep at a decent temperature anyway. I don't want to say I'm going to keep it cool, but so man, it's going to have a bathroom. But I don't want to have to heat the entire building just to keep the pipes from freezing. So I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing with that. I could really insulate them, the parts that are above ground. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, I think that looks pretty good. The hoses will be inside. It'll look real clean outside. And, it may not work for me, but that's what I'm thinking I want. We'll see. I'll just hang my hose right there and run it outside. Really, most of the pressure washer and stuff will be in the back, so I may end up putting one out there. But I really like just to hook the pressure washer up, leave it right there, do an electric one, right, and then just run the line out, the wand line, and then just pressure wash them all right there in the driveway and then roll it back up. I've seen one on YouTube where it has an automatic roll system, but it's like $300 something, and it's only like 2,200 PSI. I'd like to be around 3,000 PSI, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, well, that's it. I'm going to head to go. Actually, I'm going to take a couple bales of hay back to Paul. Really thankful that he let me, he actually probably gave it to me, but I'm going to take it back. They didn't even get dirty for insulating my pipes. So thanks, Paul. He's always there for me, man. That guy, he's a great dude. Man, then go to Lowe's, get that piece, and of course go by and pick up my piece of pipe that I should have picked up yesterday, but I had the wrong car. So, yeah, I think that's it. Until I get back. See you. All right, I just got back from Lowe's. Got the spigot that I needed. Just gonna set her in here and mount her up. Perfect. All right, she's all mounted. So that one works. Got the bucket to run the water into. So that one's good. I just got to run one more. All right, we have water. That's awesome. Pour it in this little drain right here, which I need to clean out. All right, awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, cool. Well, that gets that project done for now. Again, I may add to at some point, but right now that's what I needed. I needed to get water to the back there so I can start washing stuff off there. So it's a good deal. It's a good deal. All right, well, until next time, that's it for me for now.